everybody, and welcome to my channel. So I am Tangeray Hayward, international award-winning recording artist, and today I am so late. I want to talk about my Sisterlock journey, and actually, today it's been 4 months since I've had my Sisterlocks, and I did not do not one video. So I'm going to definitely have to catch up. I'm going to try to catch up as much as I can to give you as much information on my 4-month journey so far. And so let's get into it. Okay, so I wanted locks for the past 6 years, and I did have an issue with when I originally was trying to get the locks, and then I had an issue with my scalp. I suffer from CCCA, which is a type of alopecia, and so I definitely had to get that taken care of before I could get the locks. I will do a whole nother video just on the alopecia piece, because again, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but through the treatments that I was getting, everything actually worked out. Nonetheless, I'm going to talk about some things that are important, when you are getting your Sisterlock. All right, so one of the first things you want to do is do your research, okay? Sisterlocks is an expensive investment. So you want to make sure that if you are, willing to take the plunge and spend the money, you want to make sure it's well worth your while. It's not something that, you typically want to just put in and then a month later, you know what, I'm going to take it out. So you really want to make a decision and make sure you're sure. I knew, again, for a while that I wanted to get it. But, at the time, just financially, I just really couldn't swing it. Being a single parent, I just, that just was not the priority. And so I was recently able to do it. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get the party started. And so, I'm so happy about my decision. So do your research. I have followed numerous women on YouTube. I did join a Facebook group, Sisterlocked and Loving It. And I was just, just observing, all the women posting, even some women who were still, on the fence about getting locks and just, getting questions answered. So I knew by the time I got my locks in April, I was ready because, again, I was well prepared. I pretty much knew somewhat what to expect. And doing your research is so important. Okay, next you want to make sure that you find a Sisterlock consultant. This is someone who has been designated by the Sisterlocks brand to perform Sisterlocks. So Sisterlocks are a trademark. So again, they're done in a particular way. They have to go to a course. They are on their website. I had a trainee, shout out to Mariah, do my hair, and typically, because they're trainees, they are typically cheaper than your regular consultants. And then as a trainee, you have to have a certain amount of heads that have to be done, and pictures sent in, and then you are considered a consultant. But the crazy thing is when I met my Sisterlocks consultant, she did some work that I saw. I was in the hospital visiting my sister, and this lady, her locks were just beautiful. And I asked her, who did your hair? And she told me and gave me her information. And so again, because I was dealing with the alopecia, she's a hairstylist. So the great thing was, she started on treatments with my hair, and literally, I had a, bald spot. There was no hair. And so like right now, try to grab it, but this area here had like nothing. And so between the treatments and then me going to the dermatologist, and, finally it was time. And I was very excited. She was very patient with me. I had been with her, I think almost over 2 years before got the locks, I think almost going on 3. So it was definitely a process, and I just appreciate her, just being patient with me throughout that. What to bring with you on installation day. Now, again, typically, installation day, days or days, could depend on, you know, your hair type, how much hair you have. For us, it took 16 hours. It was 8 hours on the first day and 6 hours on the second day. And so here's the pictures of the install when they were done. And so I did document videos, you know, for that day, the process and all of that. And I have been documenting monthly my growth, you know, with everything. And so on the day that you go, you want to make sure, you know, you got snacks, you know, you got your phone charger, you got something to do, bring books, you know, have your phone, you might want to play games. And me and Mariah, we was just talking. So it just, for me, it just seemed like the time just kind of flew by, you know. But you want to be comfortable. You know, if you have one of those neck pillows, if you need to wear one of those. And so we was in the salon, so I was pretty comfortable, and we did take a break, you know, to stretch and all of that. You know, but we were getting it in, and just, again, I was talking to her. We would, you know, we was just busting it up. And again, I had my phone playing games, and again, just, you know, snacks and all of that. I did offer to bring something for her. She did not want it, you know, but I think it's a nice gesture, you know, to do that. I also think too, as well, you know, when you are paying for your locks, you want to make sure, you know, you tip her as well. Because again, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hours. And so make sure you factor in that 20%, you know, when you are getting your money together, you know, to get the Sisterlocks. All right, maintenance. So, as part of the Sisterlocks crew, you know, your consultant typically gives you like a little gift box with the Sisterlocks shampoo, and the purpose of that shampoo is to really help get the locks locking. But, you know, again, with my stylist, being a hairstylist, she knew most of my hair, and she told me I really didn't need the Sisterlocks shampoo. And so what I use to wash my hair, and I've been using it, you know, since I've been natural, is Trader Joe's Tea Tree Single. So it's a clarifying shampoo. So I do use this, and I've been using it. She uses it even at the salon. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I just keep going with that. And then, too, you'll see women on the site. So you might hear things talking about no oils. But again, my consultant, she put oil in my hair, and so basically this is her euphoric potion. This is an oil made, you know, by my stylist. And so I only put this in my hair after I wash it. I typically wash my hair every 2 weeks, and then, you know, she washes it when I go in for my reties. But that's the only time I oil my hair. I never oil other than that, because again, I don't want to mess up any integrity or anything. But again, I just do what's normally done during my reties. So and plus, I haven't had any no big issues with itchy scalp. I do drink lots of water, and I really did an increase of uptake of water since I've got the Sisterlocks. And I have noticed again that my scalp does not itch. It doesn't look dry or anything. So I haven't had any problems with that. Washing my hair. Okay, so I was a little scared. I think the first go round, when I first got them installed, I know, you know, my hairdresser, she wanted me to wash my hair at least one time before I went back for a retie. I did not do that. I was just too scared. But once I had no choice but to do it, because my hairdresser ended up breaking her hand, and so I had to go to somebody else for a retie. And so to try to help with the time, I did come in to the lady with my hair freshly washed. So and I'll have a video, so I'll show you a little bit of process. But I had to braid and band. And so braiding and banding is very important, because you do not want your new locks to unravel. And for some women, it might take 6 months to a year to fully lock, and sometimes even longer than that. So to prevent your hair from slipping or slipping out of the lock, you want to braid and band, and especially when you have the loose ends and you don't want nothing unraveling. And so basically, you know, you just get a little box of rubber bands, And if you have the Sisterlock kit, it does come with rubber bands, but I had to buy rubber bands. So, and then, I literally just take a section and I'll plait it loosely because I'm trying to, when I'm washing my hair, I'm just getting to the scalp. So I need it loose. So you don't want to braid too tight. You want it loose, and then, you braid down towards the middle and then the end. And then when you get to the end, you want to fold the end and then wrap that with a rubber band. And so, so I did that, and that does take a little time, again, depending on, how much hair you have. So it may take me about a good 10 to 15 minutes to thoroughly, braid and band my hair. And again, the back part of my hair is shorter, so, it's going to be shorter pieces to do. Excuse me. So do that, and then again, I just let the shower just hit my hair, and then I go in with the shampoo. I don't dilute it. I just don't put a lot in, and I kind of rub it in, and then use the water and let it suds up, and then I just go in. And I usually wash my hair twice. I rinse it out, and then I towel dry it, pat it dry, and then just let it air dry from there. Typically, you should not take the rubber bands out right away. Let your hair completely dry before you take the rubber bands out. But if it's semi-damp, it's okay. Well, it's been okay for me, so I haven't had a problem. And then usually you got this like nice little curly twist out or whatever. So that's braiding and banding. I don't know how long I'm gonna braid and band, and again, I don't mind doing it. I'm not in a rush like, oh my god, I gotta take this out now. So I just want to make sure that my locks are good and they thrive and they do what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to continue to braid and band until I don't have to anymore.
My hairdresser broke her hand, so I have to wash my hair myself for the first time. So hopefully my hair does not come out. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Now I'm looking like Coolio. So I'm braiding and banding my hair, so I have to band the ends or wrap the ends so the locks do not unravel because my hair is not fully locked yet.
Nighttime routine. Okay, so my nighttime routine, there have been instances where I just kind of put the bonnet on and lay down. Then, y'all wake up in the morning, it's kind of smushed and all that. So a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll put about 5 to 6 corn rolls just going around, just parting it in sections, corn rolling it down, all the way around and going from there. And like this part here came from when I get my reties done, she'll ask me how you want your hair, which way you want your hair. So I pretty much like it this way. I may try to do it a different way the next time. I don't know, but for now I like it this way with the part on this side here. So but yes, so I do every night, just put the cap on, and you want to take care of your hair. So even though it's locks and it's less maintenance, you still want to take care of it, have your bonnet on, and go from there. And just make sure you have a nice do for the evening, because it's nothing like waking up and then your hair is all kind of places in the morning and you're trying to get yourself ready for work, and it's just not cute. I would recommend you having 2 consultants if possible, because you just never know what's going to happen. And I learned that from Miss Tanisha Ali, from just doing research and, with her videos. And sure enough, my stylist broke her hand, and this was after the first retie. And so right now I'm typically going every 4 to 5 weeks, and she had to initially be out for 8. And so I was like, I don't know if I can last for 8 weeks because my hair grows pretty fast. And so what I did was I just reached out to the salon that I originally, before I even met my stylist, the original company that I was going to reach out to. when I first initially said I wanted Sisterlocks, and they did not disappoint. Shout out to Linda. And I came in, and again, I came in with it washed. And so she was very, very fast with the reties. And that's the thing, the initial install is long because, she has to lock the whole strand of hair. But once you get your reties, it's just the root that they're relocking, the growth that you've had. So she was fast. It was about an hour, and I'm gonna say an hour and 30 minutes, and I was in and out. She was very, very quick. I checked to make sure she did every single lock, and she did. And I had 479 locks. I did count them. And there was a time when I did wash my hair and I counted my locks. So I had 479. But make sure you just have somebody. And again, like, you may not want to use them every single time, but keep them in rotation, keep them in the loop with what's going on. So she's great. And now, my stylist, her hand is back. So, but I wasn't too sure how she, because I just want to make sure my girl is good. But I'm going to see her at the end of this month. So this is going to be the first retie since she broke her hand. And so this will be my first time seeing her in the chair since May. And so I'm excited and I'm happy to see her. But I know this is going to definitely be some physical therapy for her. But, but I am excited to see her. So, okay, price. So again, the price typically would be a little different if you have a trainee versus a consultant. And so the trainees, it typically will be, a little cheaper than the consultant. So again, you just choose who you would want to do it with. But again, it could vary. It could go from $400 for install. They might have a sale going on, and then you could pay up to $1,200, $1,300 depending on how long your hair is. You got to remember, it's time. I already, before, when I met my consultant, I was talking with her, I already had in my mind, okay, it might be $1,000, it might be $1,200. So this was already in my mind, even though, with my length, I didn't have to pay that much, but it was already in my mind. So I was already getting ready and getting prepared for it because I wasn't sure. And then typically your reties, definitely much cheaper, but again, it's how often you have to go. And so depending on the growth rate, I know initially I've been going again between 4 to 5 weeks. And my hair does grow quickly. So, I'm thinking like, but no, it does. If you tend to wait longer, it will take longer. So like I mentioned, the other lady, Linda, who did my hair in an hour and 30 minutes, again, that's with 5 weeks of growth. If it was like 8 to 10, it might take her longer because she has to go around more, so that's something else to consider too. The longer you wait. And so, you just listen to your consultant and they'll kind of go through what's best for you. So with everything, go with your consultant. Your consultant knows your hair, they know you, and just follow their lead. And of course, like with anything else, you want to talk to your consultant if you're not happy with any results that you're getting, or if you're not, just not satisfied. Hopefully they can rectify the situation. You never want to just go and put them on blast, put them on social media or anything like that. Handle it like a lady. Since I am a performer, one of the things I was concerned about was sweating. It's because I sweat a lot on stage, and which I have, but they have lasted very well. One of the areas that I really was concerned about is the back of my head, where my neck is, because that hair tend to be very fine. It's very fine, and even when I used to twist my hair, those twists used to unravel. Wouldn't take long, So there were a couple instances early on in the process where they were kind of loose, and especially when I washed it. So I was kind of expecting that. But Linda, she tightened it up. So they've been pretty good, and I've been keeping an eye on them. Now they're kind of short, so I could try to braid and band them as much as possible, but they're still kind of short. So I know that these are probably going to take longer back here to actually lock. Because again, the hair is just fine here. It's here, and then like right in the front of my hair is kind of fine here, but all this up in here, woo, it is nice and thick. And so I'm loving the changes that I've seen. My locks have thickened up. They did go through a shrinking phase, and now they are actually getting longer. And again, they are thicker because they were much thinner when I initially got them done. Um, of course, there's the grid, and the grid are, you know, the parting of the hair. And so, you know, that's again a Sisterlock trademark, and just making sure that the grid is in place. And I just love it. I still have a lot of curly ends, and it's crazy because my hair is very coily, and even when I wore twists, they would just curl, and so it's just a nice curl. I love it. I'm loving just watching my hair thrive. I'm loving to see just how it just naturally it does its thing. There's a few buds or like thickened ends, so I think that's a sign that they are locking certain ones. I mean, I know they're not locked all over just yet, but they're getting there. And so I'm just happy about the process. And every time I always say it, I wish I would have done it sooner, but it was supposed to happen when it was supposed to happen. All right, so I'm going to wrap this video up for now. But again, this is 4 months, and I'm going to kind of turn around here so you can see the back. And again, this is the area here where the alopecia was. So it's a bit shorter back in here, but they're coming along. They're coming along. So these are the shorter areas here. All right, and just going around here. And so I'm getting some neck action. I didn't have neck action at first, so I'm excited about the neck action. You know what I'm saying? So it's exciting to see the hair grow, and so I'm just excited, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen, come Christmas time, because again, it's August now, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen in a moment. And so that's pretty much it with that. Okay, so last but not least, again, I'll show you some footage. I will show you some videos. And again, I got another video coming talking about the alopecia. Thank you all for your support. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you answer them below. Click on the subscribe button, like the video, because I'm trying to get some more followers. So I need to get some more followers. And so, yeah, so congratulations if you're on your journey. If you haven't decided yet, what are you waiting for? But seriously, do your research. But, it's one of the best decisions that I know I made. And so you just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. But take care. God bless. Bye-bye. 6 hours later, we're done. Sisterlocks, we got Sisterlocks. Hey. They look so cute. Yes, I blocked y'all.
You see her though? Y'all see her? She thought she was gonna have a little shoot. Like, oh, let me wait a minute, because y'all don't even believe that I'm a hairstylist. So it's not here for me. This is for Tangeray. But y'all see her though? Shake it like Whitney used to do. Shake it, Tangeray. Shake it. Oh, y'all gonna see her on the stage in London coming soon. Tangeray, D. Hayward, and her Sisterlocks all day. Get with it. Get with it. Get with it.
Kind of love you only dream of. Everything I ever wanted. Pure ecstasy for me. That's all I want. This kind of love. This kind of love. The way that I feel, a love so strong, it keeps going on. You're the kind of man who
we recorded.
That's my girl Mariah.
Sisterlocks today. She's gonna be a Sisterlocks Sagittarius today. Well, today or tomorrow, but it's happening.
Yes.
Know that it's happening. And Tega Ray is gonna be forever changed. Y'all ain't gonna never see her like so ever again. Euphorically.
We moving along. Okay. Yeah. We're moving right along. Almost there. We are just about through. We're moving right along. Got this little section. And I'm almost done.